90 Day Fiance alum Julia Trubkina is still appearing in the franchise, and there is a lot to know about the Russian native, Julia, and her Virginia native husband, Brandon Gibbs, are one couple who has always received plenty of attention due to both their noticeable differences and Brandon's overprotective parents. Julia and Brandon come from very different backgrounds. Julia is a city girl from Russia, while Brandon worked and lived on his parents' farm in Dinwiddie County, Virginia. The drastically different couple met when Brandon was FaceTiming his closest friend at a club and noticed Julia dancing in the background. After connecting via FaceTime, Brandon flew to Russia to make things official with the then 26-year-old dancer. When Julia had her visiting visa to the United States denied because she admitted Brandon was her boyfriend, Brandon took her to Iceland and proposed. Now, Julia is a U.S. citizen, and she and Brandon are appearing in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. 90 Day Fiancé's Julia expressed enormous excitement over being able to come to America, describing the situation as a dream. She also has a sense of humor, as she joked that she was marrying Brandon for a green card. This might not have helped with earning the trust of Brandon's parents, though the couple happily greeted Julia. They also stated that their radars were still out. There were also many signs of friction, as Julia was not pleased with Brandon's mother's rule that the two have separate bedrooms until married. Julia looked to Brandon to speak up to his mother, though the mama's boy was conflicted as to which lady to please. This hesitation did not sit well with Julia, who is known to be vocal about her feelings. The Russian city girl might be seeking a strong man since she is strong herself. Julia has served as a go-go dancer for a club in Russia, as Brandon says dancing is her greatest passion. However, she is also into fitness and weightlifting. The cosmopolitan charmer also enjoys nightlife and travel, which sets her in contrast to her farm boy husband. However, the couple has shared many travels together, including Russia, Iceland, France, and South Korea. Julia is a Jill of all trades. Before coming to America, Julia was a go-go dancer, a job which she took the most pride in. Outside of dancing, Julia had jobs back in Russia, being a waitress, an office cleaner, a party planner, a babysitter, a hookah girl, a dance teacher, a saleswoman, an administrator, a magazine writer, and an assistant judge. Since coming to America, Julia has added dog trainer to that list. Currently, she is trying to pursue a career related to dogs. Julia also attempted to be a fitness instructor but famously bombed the interview by dancing provocatively on Happily Ever After. Season 7. Julia also got into bodybuilding for a while, but has since stopped. In 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Julia let Brandon know that she wanted children. She was gung-ho about starting her and Brandon's baby journey, but Brandon wasn't ready at that time. While there were rumors Julia got pregnant, they were never confirmed. Julia has not been keen on taking birth control, much to the dismay of Brandon's mother. However, Julia has flipped her script on her wanting to have a baby stance. In 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2, Julia has expressed that she no longer wants to have a child. Julia said she is not willing to compromise on her new stance at all, and it could lead to the downfall of her and Brandon's marriage. Outside of their disagreement about having a child, Julia and Brandon's relationship is plagued by other problems. Julia and Brandon are no longer intimate, as Julia does not want to end up pregnant. Moreover, Brandon is dismayed by Julia wanting to be and act sexy for other people when she goes out but won't do the same for him as her husband. Julia is also still off-put by the involvement of Brandon's parents in his life. Only time will tell if 90 Day Fiancé's Julia is willing to compromise and continue her marriage to Brandon.